morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of Can't Wait Finds. Out early this morning, trying to get to Goodwill right at the open and see if we can find anything good. This is going to be my first day with the camera out in out in the wild, I guess you could say. So we're going to see what we can find. Had a couple finds yesterday at a Goodwill. In the morning I stopped for like 20 minutes, so it was too fast. I had the baby and just wasn't conducive to having the camera out. So we'll see. My wife's off today watching the baby, and see if we can find anything for you guys. So bring us in. Walking into the first Goodwill here, doing my typical rounds. I really have the same route that I do in any of the stores. It's just what I'm comfortable with doing. I walk in, I check out the glass cases, see if there's anything that I need to set aside or set at the counter, because they won't let you walk around with the stuff in the glass cases. You have to buy it right there. So sometimes I pull some stuff out, leave them with the person at the counter or at the register, and walk around and check other things out. Over here there's some golf clubs. I saw there was a couple games in here, but nothing really caught my eye that I thought was a valuable find at this point, so we'll just move on from here. I'm a sucker for hats. Basically always got to check them out. You never know what you're going to find. Of value. Sometimes they're brand new. I've done well on fedoras in the past. I've done decent on some sporting team hats, but unfortunately this store has been slow start to this morning for me. Bust. That's the only word for this first stop for Goodwill. So, yeah, there is nothing good here. I was in there for like a total of like 5 minutes maximum. But getting out of here, heading to the next stop. Here we are, another Goodwill. Does this look familiar? Right to the glass case. Unfortunately, another case with nothing going for me. Some of the shoes at this Goodwill are priced pretty high. I'm pretty sure that these were $100 or 80 bucks, and they look nice. I don't really know much about shoes. I was going to look them up until I saw that they were like 80 or $100. So right there I was out. Same for this Xbox, 60 bucks. Really not too much meat left on the bone with that, so that was a quick choice to move on. Finally, I'm going to get my hands on something here that I'm going to take home. I don't know if the slow start has anything to do with wearing the camera today, but I just felt like I was totally out of my comfort zone wearing the camera, and I guess under the microscope. It's something that I'll have to get used to for sure. It's just weird walking into a store wearing a camera and everybody's just like looking at you. And it's not really my personality to really care at all what anybody else thinks. But I think it's just something that's really new to me with the reselling. And over time, I'll totally get comfortable with it. But this this snow globe, I think it was $5.99. It looks like most were selling like $24.99 plus shipping. I gave it a little shake test. It seemed like it was all right. Bringing it home and see how it does for us. Came across these icicle lights. I think they were $3.99. Um, I think that they would have been a decent pickup, but I just didn't feel like sitting on them for 9 months. We're building a house. I'm limited with storage. My wife will kill me if I bring more stuff into the house that's going to just sit there for a long amount of time. So, have to pick and choose your battles. Maybe we could have some viewers chime in the comments here. Ton of precious, I think they were precious moments, little figures here. I have no idea if any are worth anything. I Google imaged one of them and it was like $8 or something. Are there any out there that are worth money? There was no way I was going through each and every one to try and see if there was a valuable one. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments below if there's a certain handful to keep an eye out for. Here's an item here. Calculators. I know a lot of you post that you pick up calculators. I haven't had much luck with them. I was really on the fence with this one. It was $5.99. Not crazy sales on them, but I ended up posting it, and it sold pretty quickly. It sold for $18 plus shipping. Not a huge win, but it's money in the pocket, make up for some of the fuel we spent here today. As you can see, I went back and forth with this one and I couldn't really make up my mind. Here's something that I found here. It was like Star Wars, like knitted or crocheted little figures. What's that? I think R2D2, and there was a couple others in there. I don't know if I left something halfway decent here. I'm not big on plushes, and to be quite honest with you, I put it up there thinking I was going to check it, and then I was going to come back, and I totally forgot to come back. Walking up, I saw this blue item on the bottom rack, and for some reason I thought it was like a blue Wii sports steering wheel controller remote, but it definitely wasn't. But here's an item that could be good. I'll touch on it later on in the video when I'm going over everything that I found. But This is a Sony cassette player. I'm just checking to see if, like the buttons work and they engage, which they all seem to work. A couple of these have sold. One sold for really good money. So I just have to find a cassette to try and test it. I had Sony on my mind, and I thought that this was some type of Sony, I don't know, Walkman-esque type CD player, but as you can see, I can't even get this thing to close, so definitely not getting that, and it definitely wasn't Sony.
I bet you this is worth something.
Nope, it wasn't. I was definitely wrong. So this one got to stay. Shout out to this guy on the left here. Gave me a little wave. Unfortunately, it was off the camera. I nodded, so he definitely saw what I was videoing. But here's a happen, and there's something going on top there, and I picked up the hat that has cigarette burns on the brim, and I never even noticed it.
Team NFL.
Team NFL vintage, new with tags. This was a hotcake. It literally sold in 20 minutes of me posting it, so I guess I listed it too low. I had 3 offers, and then somebody paid full price for it. It was pretty epic, but that's always good to find something that sells that quick. Just easy money right there. I kept digging in this bin, and decent Mitchell & Ness hats just kept popping up. So I was like, for $5, I'll take a chance on all of them. I think this hat was an American Needle hat, if I remember correctly. I just couldn't really find any sold comps on it, so I just left it back. Maybe another point in this video that you can leave a comment below to let me know if I left a good one behind. Here's a random book in the hat bin for you. Picked up this Giants hat, flip it over, yuck. Couldn't get it out of my hand fast enough.
Like the box that keeps on giving, man.
Alright, how are you?
My hands were starting to get pretty full there, so it's time for a cart. as I drop everything. You know, I had to check out those toms. They had a pretty cool design on them, but they ended up being a pass. Kind of a decent sweatshirt here, vintage, but I think if it was like Penn State football or something instead of just like Penn State University, I would have got it, but I did end up leaving it. I just I wasn't sure. I probably could have looked a little harder or looked it up, but I didn't. I just decided to pass. Aside from looking at a few other things here, no other pickups. So on to the next stop. Little personal shopping, but came across these. Some little Pokemon action. Crocs. I don't know whether to put these in the time capsule for 20 years or try and sell them now. I don't know, 20 bucks. I saw comps, but they had like little things that went in the top holes for like 85 bucks. So I don't know, maybe I'll be able to at least double my money on this, but we'll see. I'll make that decision later.
Hello. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I like your TV.
Thanks.
You know the body cam?
Yeah.
All right. With the bag you hide, nobody will bother.
I think this guy thought that I was wearing the video camera for my protection. Little did he know, just trying to rock a YouTube channel here.
%50 off. I might get these. They're in good condition. Oh, bean.
Kid definitely wasn't interested in thrifting this day. Not a big NBA guy, but I'm pretty sure that Dwayne Wade was just inducted into the Hall of Fame or voted into the Hall of Fame, so figured I'd look this up quick to see if it was worth anything. It wasn't too big of a profit margin, so decided to pass. BOLO alert. Almost knocked Granny over to get it. Just kidding. But real quick, these point and shoot cameras have been killer for me. So decided to check this one out. And yeah, it was $8, I think, $7.99, and quick sale. I mean, it sold in like 2 days. So I'm just pulling this back to check and see which model it is. And any of these Canon power shots, killer deals. You'll see another one come up in one of my later episodes. Picked up this this little set of Corningware. The camera actually dies, but that summed up today's shopping. Our first legit day thrifting, hitting Goodwill, trying to find things cheap, sell them for a profit. So figure I bring you back in, go over what I found. Didn't really light it up today. No huge finds. Maybe a couple that could be, I don't know, decent. You know, it's like a coin toss, because there was one thing, a cassette player that I got, I'll show you in a second, that one sold for $100, but then two pre-owned ones, I guess, that are working, one sold for 30 and another one was like 35 or 36. So it didn't really make sense, and they were all pre-owned. None were brand new or anything like that. So I'll have to test it out. I did have a cassette that I bought specifically for these type of occasions. I'm pretty sure I just shipped it out with the Sony Walkman cassette player that I had last week. I sold because I went to check it and it's gone. And the only place I could think of where it could be is in that cassette player, in that Walkman. So yeah, here's some of our gets. All right, so we'll just start. I don't know, where do we want to start? Well, the hats were probably our first finds for the day. All of them were $4.99. Yeah, in good shape. There's actually another one that I got that had like cigarette burns in the brim that I didn't notice. I just figured they were nice hats. They're good inventory to keep around because they kind of sell. They're slow sellers, but over time they get picked up and kind of keep everything in motion. So I'd imagine you're at like, you know, I don't know, $15 to $20 for Seahawks, Panthers, Nets, and Astros. I couldn't find any comps on that. This one's the outlier here for the hats. This is new with tags, Team NFL, vintage. I mean, it still has the backing in there. Doesn't look to be ever worn. Obviously with the tag still on it. I saw one for sale for $75. Maybe you guys can leave a comment. Maybe you guys have an idea of what that may be worth. But I'm figuring I may be able to get $50 out of it if somebody has it up for 75, hasn't sold yet. But I don't know. We'll see what I'll end up pricing that at. Just pausing it here real quick. Definitely priced that hat too low. The other hat that was posted wasn't brand new like mine is. So, you win some, you lose some. Overall, huge win for me. Also, at that same Goodwill, this is the Sony that I'm talking about here. It's the Sony cassette player, cassette recorder, TCM-737. So yeah, like I said, I got that for $4.99 and could go $30, $37, you know, all the way up to $102. So that could be good. I don't know. Next, our first Goodwill that we went to was a bust, but
Ended up at a local thrift store. We got LL Bean women's or ladies snow boots. They're gonna sit there on the rack for a bit, but you know just growing inventory. Probably not gonna sell until next year, but we'll get them posted. They were half off. I got them for $7.99. Probably looking at like $35 to $45. The Casio I also got with the hats and the cassette player. Graphing calculator, I tested that. It does work. That was $5.99. They don't sell too crazy, but it looks like I should be able to get $18-ish plus shipping. Everything that I sell, I charge shipping. So there's nothing that I have that I really do free shipping, because shipping does add up if you don't charge for it. So I guess you could get $25 free shipping, but I don't know, that it's a thing ingrained in my head that I feel like I have to pay extra money, and it just cuts in. It's just me. So don't go by me, but I charge shipping on everything. I got these little petite Corningwares, the P-41 petite pan. They were 99 cents a piece, and between the three of them, that probably get $15 plus shipping based off of some comps that I found. Nothing crazy, but once again, having that inventory, keeping the flow going, that's what I like to see. I picked up this Canon PowerShot. This was $7.99 at the thrift store. I don't know if it works. I'll have to find out if it does work. If it does work, sold comps on that are going for like $50 plus shipping. So that was a good get for $8. And then lastly, I had a Coca-Cola Snow Globe, 2001 Hallmark. It was $5.99. I saw sold comps $24.99 plus shipping, and it's really cool. Super nice. I don't know if I'm going to end up keeping that for myself. Honestly, it's cool. It works. It has a little train that goes around the bottom of it. I don't know if I'll be able to. I should be able to get this to work here for you. But I'm sure that the kids will love that. I don't know. I probably just broke it. But yeah, the kids would like that, and we'll have that playing in the background. But aside from that, I think that I worked out the numbers. Like $66 I paid today. Probably turned it into like $323 minus fees and everything. But it's a good day to me. I mean, that could easily, and that's like going on the low side of most things. Could go as high as like $393, depending on that hat. I don't know what the 49ers hat's going to do. The Sony cassette player. If I see if it's working, maybe I do better. Maybe I do better than that $30 that they're selling for. But everything that I picked up today has a decent profit margin that'll just keep my money working for me. So just keep stacking cash. That's all I want to do. And just try and create a better future for my family. So please, if you enjoy this video, like and subscribe, leave a comment below. Can't wait till the next one. Thanks for watching.